What up, y'all? This is your neighborhood indie rapper, Open Mike Eagle. I ain't been around here in a minute. I'll get to why in a second, but I have to emerge from my hole. I had to put this salmon jerky bag down for a moment because I have things to say about this Lil Wayne album. I didn't think I would, but I do. The narrative for this album and the attention that it was getting was very confusing to me because it was getting a lot of attention for being very bad. It has been a long time since I could think of an album that got a lot of attention for being very bad. The only one I could really think of was Chance the Rapper's Unfortunate My Wife album that people generally agreed was pretty bad. But aside from that, I had a hard time thinking of any mainstream major label rap project that people generally agreed was terrible. If you can think of one, put it in the comments. I had resigned myself not to really talk about the Lil Wayne album at all. I have my own music coming out. I just dropped a single. I got an album coming out July 11th. This is what it sounds like. What you need, show my hand. I understand what I should keep. It's contraband, yeah, contraband. And these is my tour dates. So I've been feeling a lot more of an artist than a pundit lately. And, when you see a bunch of people talking about somebody's album being bad, that's the sort of shit when you're a rapper yourself. It makes your blood run cold a little bit. You don't want to hear about that world. You want to hear about the world where everybody loves everybody's rap albums because rap music is so great. Now, I asked some folks that I trusted why they felt like this album was getting so much attention for being bad. And what they told me was that they thought it was getting a lot of attention because a lot of people had high expectations for Lil Wayne's album. Now, I found this also confusing. Now, I'm no Lil Wayne expert. Again, I'm an independent rapper. I listen to Billy Woods. I listen to A$AP Rock. I listen to Reese Langston. Okay? I'm no Wayne expert. The last Carter album that I heard that I liked was the Carter 3, which was probably at this point released in 1972. I did listen to the Carter 5, which legit came out in 2018, and I didn't like that at all. But I had no reason to think that Lil Wayne was going to be doing something especially pleasing to me, and I didn't think that there were so many people in the world who did have that thought. And while we're on the subject, rap album sequels like this Carter franchise, I don't know about the rap album sequel. I have thoughts on that too, but maybe that's for another time. Anyway, this anti-hype, this opposite hype, whatever the opposite of hype is, worked. I checked out the album, or I tried to. I did a live stream, or I do live streams regularly, but one of the live streams I chose to try to listen to the Lil Wayne album until I couldn't anymore. That's sometimes a thing that I've done if I suspect that I might not enjoy a thing. So I checked it out, gave it a good, wholehearted, open-hearted attempt, and I gotta tell you, it's really ass. It's really bad. It is not good. This is not a good thing. Don't like saying something is bad, but not really having a substantive way to explain why. And in trying to understand why it's bad, I've come to the realization that it's good that it's bad. And I'm not saying that the album is good, because the album is not good. The album is not good at all. It's very not good. But let's talk about why. So a lot of this album is probably what you would expect. Unnecessary guitars and vagina bars. There are so many vagina bars. There's even a vaginal onomatopoeia on this album that once you hear it, you'll never unhear it. It'll just haunt your mind at random times. You'll hear a demon named Squish Squish that is just in your mind. But I think, that's sort of indicative of even the best Lil Wayne albums. They have those sorts of elements, right? So that part's not really surprising. It starts getting bad at the Jelly Roll song. That's the first one where you're like, what is this? What is Jelly Roll doing here? And then it gets real bad at the Weezer song. There's a song on here where he remakes Island in the Sun and raps on it, and it's not good. And then it gets almost unforgivable at the song with Bono from U2. He has Bono from U2 on here singing. I don't even know if it's really Bono. I feel like it might be like an AI voice module that they somehow licensed. I'm not sure Bono and Lil Wayne have ever met. And then things get super weird when there's a song produced by Lin-Manuel Miranda that has elephant noises in it. And by that time, I was done. Like I clicked through the beginning of the every song on the latter half of the record just to get a feel for it. But by that time, I was toast. I don't have a high tolerance for this sort of thing. But I think the real problem with this album is those songs that I pointed out, because those are the songs that make you ask a question you never really want to ask when it comes to a rap album. And again, this is coming from somebody who makes indie rap. But the question you never want to have somebody ask when they're listening to your rap album is, who is this for? Like, who is the Weezer fan who really likes Island in the Sun, and after 25 years since that song has been out, has been like, what would really take that song over the top is if we could get Lil Wayne rapping about being on vacation on the song. That's what would really take it over the top after all of these years. Who is the Lil Wayne fan who wonders, Wayne is collab with so many people all throughout his illustrious career. You know what will really solidify him as the GOAT is if he roped in this guy named Bono, who I've never heard of, from this band named U2 that I never listened to. If they do a collab together, that's what will solidify Lil Wayne as the GOAT. Like, who's the Lil Wayne fan that's been holding their breath waiting for the Tunechi collaboration with the guy who made Hamilton? And that's no disrespect to Lin-Manuel. Lin-Manuel Miranda has bars, but this beat has elephant noises in it. This beat sounds like an elephant made the beat, and I'm just telling you, it's gonna be a little difficult to put elephant raps on the album that's meant for people. Ultimately, I think that's the problem here. The problem here is not that there are individual bad songs. The problem is that the bad songs don't go together. They're the type of bad song that lets a listener know there's nothing holding this album together. There's no central vision. There's no artistic statement here at all. It's the sort of randomness that lets you know as a listener that you're just listening to somebody throw shit at the wall. It's like a pasta dish, right? Where the base is these squish noodles, right? And then the sauce is homemade plus Prego plus ragu, and there's some little candy elephants on it, and there's a jelly roll sitting on top of it, and it comes with a side of two 50 to 60-year-old white pop stars you never heard of having a conversation with you. Okay, this does not sound like a home-cooked meal, right, that somebody sat and made with you or anyone in mind. But I do think that this is a good thing. When I say that I think this is a good thing, I'm not talking about the album, because the album is not a good thing. This is not one of those Run DMC bad meaning good situations. This album, in terms of its quality, is not good. It stinks. The good thing is that folks know it stinks, and they're saying it stinks, because I think that means people's expectations for what they want out of a rap album is changing. Because 10 years ago, I feel like this would have been fine. He could have put out the same project. He could have had Miley Cyrus instead of Jelly Roll. He could have had Ozzy Osbourne beat instead of a Lin-Manuel Miranda beat. He might have remade The Clash instead of Weezer, and people would have mostly been okay with it. There certainly would have been less outrage, I feel like. Bad albums from superstar rappers is nothing new. A lot of times a superstar rap album is basically a cash grab anyway. It's too many songs for the streams, and they're trying to put weird cameos next to stuff for the streets, next to stuff that they hope to get licensed for NBA commercials. A lot of superstar rap albums are like action movie franchises. It's like, how big are the robots, and do they punch each other? Are there sex scenes? Are there explosions? How crazy are the stunts? And again, it's no coincidence that this is the Carter 6. This is like the Fast and the Furious movies, where they stop being about plot and they just start being ridiculous. But this is popcorn rap, and popcorn rap has been around for a very long time. So then the question is, what has changed? I think rap listeners have gotten more comfortable and used to rappers making coherent artistic statements with their projects. Like, on one hand, you have Kendrick making albums trying to unpack generational trauma. On the other hand, you got Drake making albums about how he's sad in a strip club, But both of them are self-contained artistic statements. They both have a vibe, and neither of them is inviting Jelly Roll to the party, Rappers are paying attention to the overall vibe and sound and feel of their projects more than ever. And I think rap listeners are picking up on that and starting to expect it. And I think that's a good thing. It makes it harder for these rich rappers to be lazy. A lot of them love being lazy. And as an independent rapper, let me tell you, nothing pisses me off more than somebody with all the resources just farting shit out there. Just shit farting albums out there, throwing shit at the wall, paying a whole bunch of money, slapping some shit together, and just throwing it out on the floor for people to lap it up like dogs. People got choices now. Just like on July 11th, you could choose to listen to my new album and or the Clips new album. See, you can do it all. You can do it all. Like I said, it's July 11th. It's me. It's the Clips. It's both sides of the bag. That's how I put it on Twitter. I'm the small side of the bag, so I'd appreciate your ears. Like and subscribe, homie, friend. It's free. Stop playing.